Hello everybody, welcome to Review a Day episode number 90 for Saturday, November the 22nd, 2008. Hello everybody, welcome to Review a Day, the daily video blog where I review a movie 7 days a week. My name is Leland Brungar and thank you very much for joining me. I watched the first probably 7 or 8 episodes of Venture Brothers since last night. I freaking love it. I love the animation style. It's very much a throwback to kind of old school Hanna-Barbera cartoons with Johnny Quest thrown in and James Bond. Really very funny. Patrick Warburton, Putty from Seinfeld is a voice on it. He's hysterical. I can't recommend this show enough. I actually am waiting for season 2 to come now. Love it. It's a great show. But the film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is the new film Twilight. This movie is directed by Catherine Hardwicke. Catherine Hardwicke actually directed a film called 13, which I have not seen. I wanted to watch it before I saw this film because I hear it's a very honest representation of what it is to kind of be a teenager. And that film has a lot of really good buzz around it. This film stars Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, Billy Burke, Ashley Greene, and Nikki Reed. Twilight, as I'm sure you probably already know, is about this kind of outsider girl who moves, her mom moves away with her boyfriend. He's a minor league baseball player, something like that. She moves to Forks, Washington, which is a real place. There's a lot of name dropping of counties and cities in Washington. And she moves to Forks to live with her father. She's this outsider girl. She has a lot of trouble connecting with people. And she meets this really kind of other outsider guy. Turns out, he's a vampire. Shocking, I know. You probably didn't know that. And it's about them kind of trying to have a relationship while being a vampire and a regular person. This movie is not bad. It's not terrible, but I didn't really enjoy it either. I think one of the biggest problems I have with this film is just how it's just so filled with angst and so melodramatic, and there's really not that much fun in it. And it takes itself so seriously, and I think it takes itself too seriously to a point where it was almost a joke. I mean, while I'm not the target audience for this film, I don't think it's ridiculous of me to think that I could have enjoyed this film because, I mean, I've sat through both of the Traveling Pants films, and I actually quite enjoyed them. One of my first reviews I did was of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants 2. I like vampires, I love Buffy, and I don't think it was so ridiculous of me to think that I would like this film, while I'm not the target audience, that's all I'll say. But it takes itself super seriously, and I know a big draw for this film is going to be Robert Pattinson, is that his name? Robert Pattinson. And him and the main girl, they really have the acting range of a Calvin Klein ad. I mean, he has like this laser glare vision thing he does. And I know that girls think it's really dreamy and he's brooding, but I couldn't get into the characters. And the main character, the girl, I really kind of disliked her, to be honest. I don't understand why she didn't connect with all these people, because she comes to the school and these people are incredibly nice to her. They go out of their way to be nice to her, and she doesn't connect with them, and I really had a problem connecting with her. Now, I am going to say that I don't think... It's almost unfair for me to talk about this film without talking about something else that I really, really love. And I watched this film, and I couldn't help but think in my head the entire time, Buffy did it better. Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel, its spin-off series, explored so many of these same themes this film does, but does it so much better. And it did it with a certain amount of charm that I think is really lacking from this film. It's campy in a way, and it never really took itself too seriously. So when it did get dramatic, if it was a little bit too much, you forgave it, because it's called Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I liked as much as interesting as I think the relationship between Bella and Ed is, it doesn't hold a candle to Buffy and Angel, because I don't understand why Bella would want to be in a relationship with this guy. He's a vampire, for Christ's sake. Buffy, in the end, she could kick the living shit out of Angel and she would slay him. I don't know. I couldn't help but watch this thing. And if you like Twilight, if you disagree with me about how I feel about this film, I urge you to check out Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The first season is okay, it's a little campy, but season 2 starts and it hits the ground running, and it's one of my all-time favorite television series. So if you're a fan of Twilight, please, please, please check out Buffy. I think you will love it. It's a fantastic series. I give Twilight a 2 out of 5. I think it lacked a lot of charm for a big release like this. I think it had a surprisingly small budget, and the special effects really aren't up to snuff. The scene where he's climbing up the tree was pretty crappy to look at. I think I expected a lot more from a big release like this, and it was too overdramatic and a little bit too much of an angst film. But a lot of people are probably going to disagree and love this film. If you guys are liking my reviews, make sure and subscribe. If you have any recommendations on any films you'd like to see me review, leave them in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow.